Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. This is going to be my weekly group reading for the week of April 5th through the 11th. Today we're going to explore what you can expect over the next 7 days. We're really going to get into how you can use this time to your advantage, how you can start to work on some of this healing and connect in with your creativity to help express yourself. Now, the decks I've chosen for this week, I've chosen the Wizard's Tarot and then the Angel Inspiration Oracle. And like always, there's links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Now, in this selection this week, I have Auralite, Fluorite, and Sodalite. I want you to quickly pick which crystal speaks to you, and then below in the description box I have a timestamp that will take you directly to your video, and I'll see you there. Hello and welcome, my Auralite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full 78 cards in the tarot deck and the full oracle deck for this reading, so you have the fullest and most accurate reading for you. Alright, my Auralite friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. What does the week of April 5th through the 11th bring my Auralite friends? Let it go. Fantastic card. This is Archangel Zadkiel reminding you of the importance of letting go and releasing what isn't serving you. It's a hard and challenging task to do. However, it's essential as we move forward and as we try to, come to terms with what's happening right now. Face your challenges. Let's be honest, globally, we are being challenged. This talks about those inner challenges. Part of it is that letting go, but also part of it is that self-exploration and understanding where it is we're starting from. When we can truly understand where we're starting from, it gives us a better understanding of where it is we need to go. What shifts will make us feel better as we release what isn't working, what isn't for our greater good and our best interest. To help us gain some guidance, Archangel Gabriel, that connection in those messages and those important pieces that we need to help guide us forward. The way forward isn't always as clear and as easy and carefree as we'd hoped. We are here to learn. So there are going to be challenges, there's going to be stumbles. We need to have that guidance and support so that we are able to overcome those challenges. We may be even able to sidestep some of those stumbles. Archangel Gabriel is an amazing support and helping us receive those messages. And then finally, Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is here to help us with that self-love and healing those aspects that need to be healed. We're carrying a lot of baggage in this lifetime. Archangel Chamuel is going to help us to overcome some of those challenges we have with self, so that we are able to be stronger and more open to the path available to us. Archangel Chamuel is really going to be a support for us alongside Archangel Gabriel, using these two amazing high vibrational beings to help heal and help guide you through letting go and facing your fears. will help take some of that pressure and burden that you're carrying. Now, earlier this week, Archangel Chamuel and I did a meditation, a healing self meditation, where we looked at some of those feelings and helping you release some of that energy. One of the ways that you can connect in with Archangel Chamuel is to work on this video, go through the meditation. You can go through it as many times as you want and still receive that healing benefit from the amazing Archangel Chamuel's pink healing energy, and then the Reiki energy that I add on top of it. It's a fantastic video and meditation that you can add to your repertoire of tools when it comes to that healing modality. All right, let's get into this week a little bit more, my friends. What does the beginning part of the week bring, my Auralite friends? The Eight of Pentacles, that fine detailed work. It's going to be important that we do look at, with that fine-tooth comb, those things that we need to release and those things that are really important to us. As we do this reflection, we can start to really see and highlight those important aspects of self and of what's going right in our world. Focusing in on what's going right will go a long way this week. Helps to reduce some of those lower vibrational energies and some of those sads and worries that we've been feeling. Keeping our mind preoccupied and focused in on those fun parts, those aspects that allow you to explore and express your creativity and those emotions and feelings that you're holding on to. That expression and creativity, that attention to detail will help you from spending too much time focusing in on those sads and worries. What about the middle of the week? What does the middle of the week bring, my Auralite friends? Strength. The 8th card in the Major Arcana. The Strength card talks about using your skills and abilities, connecting them in with your courage and your determination to overcome anything that stands in your way, taming that untamable beast. And it's going to be that courage and determination, that use of your skills and abilities in a creative manner that's going to help you release what you've been holding on to. With the Strength card, the Devil. Very much connected into the Let It Go card. We do need to release what isn't working, what's been holding us back. Those fears, those sad, remorseful heartaches, those pieces that are not working. They are not bringing you that joy. They are not bringing you that fulfillment that you're looking for. They're actually holding you back from those goals. The middle of the week, you're going to get a lot of those aha moments, especially if you embrace that hard work ethic, connecting in with Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Chamuel for that direction and healing. What about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring, my Auralite friends? The Seven of Wands. Sevens can be a bit of a challenging card. However, victorious. Wands about, again, we've got that courage and determination. The Seven of Wands talks about not backing down, not giving in to those fears, those worries, standing up for what you believe in, standing up for those passions, and pushing yourself forward. very much connected into the strength energy that's going to help take you and push you forward. Now, I hadn't mentioned this before. We do have double eights. The strength is the 8th card in the major arcana, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. I was unsure if we were going to get another 8 in this row. However, I will talk about it now. When you see that multiple 8, the angels are telling you that you need to stay true to your passion, that abundance and prosperity is coming your way. That prosperity and abundance is very much connected into letting go and facing those challenges. Not backing down, realigning yourself with that true path, connecting in with those passions, that creativity, so that you are able to find that joy, that fulfillment. And when you find that joy and fulfillment, right behind it is that abundance and manifestation that we're looking for. All right, let's look at the challenge. I know I talked a lot about the different challenges, but let's look at the week's challenge. What challenge will my Auralite friends face for the week of April 5th through the 11th? The Fool, the 0 card in the major arcana, and it talks about that carefree energy and that leap of faith, knowing that the universe has got our back, trusting in that the universe and the high vibrational beings will guide us and take us down the path that we need to be on. Now, the Fool could easily be turned and seen and used as an ally. We are resisting the Fool's energy, that trust, that excitement, and that carefree energy. We're resisting it. We're too trapped and stuck in letting things go and facing our fears, facing the devil. If we are to take that deep breath, take the hand of Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Chamuel, we're going to be embracing that Fool energy, and you'll see your challenge change from an obstacle into a very helpful and supportive stepping stool. All right, let's go on to blessings. What blessings can my Auralite friends embrace? The beginning of the week. Forgiveness. One of the most challenging things that we will try and achieve and work on in this lifetime is forgiving ourselves for how we participated in different situations and the roles we played. Forgiving us for what we've thought, what we've done, and how we've felt. This card is very much connected into the healing that Archangel Chamuel really wants to work on in the next couple of weeks. That self-healing and self-love, and most importantly, that self-forgiveness is key. And the middle of the week. What blessing can my Auralite friends embrace for the middle of the week? Kindness. Kindness to self, kindness to others. When we start to be compassionate and share that loving energy with ourselves, we're able to really embrace that forgiveness, and we're able to release some of those lower vibrational energies that the devil and your ego have been holding so tightly onto. Being kind and being compassionate to yourself will help you radiate and support and be kind and loving to those around you. Additionally, this can be a very trying situation for you. Taking that time and knowing that you're going to be confronting and releasing things can be a challenge. We can get pretty sharp and a little bit hurtful to the ones that we love and are spending most of our time with. Making sure you're sharing that compassion and kindness with them. You may also want to give some people some heads up that you're doing some inner releasing so that they're aware that they need to be very compassionate and kind to you and understand that it's going to be a challenging week. What about the end of the week? What blessing can my Auralite friends embrace for the end of the week of April 5th through the 11th? Hope. Hope and understanding that things are going to get better. This too shall pass. Knowing that yes, we're in a very trying time and situation. However, with some hard work, some compassion, we're going to be able to not only get through this, but be able to take the lessons and the learning that this situation is presenting and giving us. It's really important that we take this time not only for self and self-exploration, but also this situation that we're facing globally is a learning opportunity. The more we can take from it, the more we're going to be prepared for future challenges and obstacles. All right, let's end off with any further guidance and support that we can share with my Auralite friends for the week of April 5th through the 11th. The Two of Swords. Twos are about duality and choice. That sword, truth, and knowledge. We are going to need that knowledge to set us free. We really need to embrace what it is we know, using our skills and abilities to their utmost to overcome what's right in front of us. At the moment, we are not able to discern the full truth. We're not going to be able to do that. However, using our courage and determination, combining it with our skills and abilities, and really embracing that strength card, we are going to be able to be successful in overcoming whatever challenges we face. Later on, we will understand these foes. We'll understand this challenge better. They say hindsight's 20/20. So right now, we just need to use what's at our hand and balance it out the best we can. Three of Pentacles. I love this card. The Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork, cooperation. Talks about using those individuals on your physical plane, getting them to help you and support you. It also talks about using those high vibrational beings, your support system in your astral family, the guides, your guardians, to help guide you and help to support you along this task, along your journey. I call it the Triforce Perfecta. When you work in unison, that's when miracles can happen. And that's really what we need to focus in on this week, is working with the people and high vibrational beings that are with us to create a support foundation for overcoming these challenges that we're not understanding, but also helping you purge out what is not working. The King of Swords. He brings you that sword of truth and knowledge, helps you cut through some of this uncertainty that's kind of slowing us down a bit. He helps us to retain that knowledge and access knowledge that we need. This is not a week where you're going to be looking at your emotions in an emotional state. You need to really be critical about them. we need to focus from a more critical thinking point of view than an emotional piece. Because if we are in that emotional state, that's when that emotional roller coaster comes in. We need to slow down, pick it apart, use that sort of truth and knowledge, what is working, what isn't working, and release what's slowing you down, what's not working in your life. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you were able to gain some direction and insight into what the week holds for you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There's so much more amazing coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed my video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Fluorite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of tarot and oracle cards, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading. Alright, let's get started, my Fluorite friends. Let's see what the cards have to say. What does the week of April 5th through the 11th bring my Fluorite friends? This week is a week to seek within. It's time to go inwards and reflect on what is working, what isn't working, what shifts are going to make things more in line with where you need to be. The path inward is going to bring more happiness and joy. The more you understand yourself, the more you're going to be able to align with that soul's deeper and more meaningful purpose. And it's that seeking within that will bring you the answers, those aha moments you're looking for. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the fire or light of God. That's what his name means. He helps people literally step into the light. And that light is going to be within us this week. He's going to help us with that courage and determination and really light our path, light our way. He'll take our hand and help us through these obstacles. Because when we do these self-journeys and self-explorations, it can be scary with many different stumbling blocks that we don't see and don't understand. Archangel Uriel sheds his light, shares his light, and supports us in that journey. And then kindness. Giving yourself that caring, warm support. The one person that we don't share that kindness with is usually ourselves. We're very supportive, very nurturing to others. However, when it comes to ourselves, we're sometimes lacking. As we go inwards, shedding that love towards self, helping healing those self wounds, and help release some of those pent up and buried emotions and heartaches. Earlier in this week, Archangel Chamuel and I created a meditation for doing this kind of work, for working on self and going inwards, healing that inner self, that self-love. It gives you a fantastic starting point for some of this self-exploration and this self-kindness. By doing the meditation, you start to work on and heal and nurture yourself. It's an easy meditation that requires you to spend some time with you. All right, let's look at this week a little bit more. What does the beginning part of the week bring my fluorite friends. The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is that reminiscing card. As we seek within, we're going to start to have these memories about our past. Things are going to come up. Some of them good, some of them stuff we want to release. Making sure this week that we have that kind, loving energy flow. When we're faced with situations or memories that bring about that sadness or fear, those are the memories that are going to need that love and healing. Don't go too deep into these memories. Acknowledge them and move past them. We don't want to be caught up in those low vibrational feelings and having those overwhelming feelings slow us down. Acknowledge them for their learning opportunities. Reflect on them for those learning opportunities. Write that information down so you can go back and start to release and heal them at a later date. What we're looking for when we seek within is that direction, that light. Those memories are going to start to plot out patterns and those bigger stumbling points, those lessons that we need to learn. We don't want to get bogged down in those memories too much. Those general ideas, that knowledge, is the key point. We need to focus in on that light. Archangel Uriel is there to help guide us and help bring us to these points that are pivotal for us. They're coming up for a reason. What was it that we needed to learn? What is it that we needed to take from that situation? It's not about feeling. We need to really take this point and these memories from that critical thinking stance rather than that emotional heartache. Because it's that heartache that's going to slow us down and cause us the most challenge this week. What about the middle of the week? What does the middle of the week bring? My fluorite friends. The Star. The 17th card in the Major Arcana. And it's our Hopes and Dreams card. As we start to seek within and we have a better understanding of those lessons that we needed to learn, where it is we're going to know that we need to modify some of our hopes and dreams. They limit our abilities to really embrace what this journey and lifetime is supposed to mean for us. The Star also encourages us to ensure that we are coming from an approach of balanced and harmonious energy. The Star, and it's hard to see in this card, but she usually has one foot on the water and she's kneeling on the land. She's making sure that she's coming from a very centered and grounded space to work on some of these more high vibrational spiritual realms. Additionally, that energy flow. She's balancing out the time and energy she puts to that spiritual realm and then also to that land, which is the physical realm. Making sure we're not hyper-focusing in on one aspect of our life this week because we won't gain that progress or understanding. We'll become too overwhelmed with those past experiences and that heaviness of burrowing ourselves within ourselves. Making sure we've got that balanced approach. Taking that time to share that kind, loving energy with others as we share it with ourselves. What about the end of the week? Oh, we have cards flying all over the place. What does the end of the week bring? My fluorite friends. And I appreciate it that they kept them on the table. The first one, the Five of Pentacles. Fives are a conflict number in tarot. The Five of Pentacles talks about that isolation and disconnect. Many of us are feeling that isolated cabin fever energy right now. Most of us are not used to being quarantined or cooped up in our house for this length of time. That disconnect and isolation can really slow us down. Finding unique and creative ways in connecting in with our social groups and our support groups will be essential for us to overcoming some of this isolation and instability that it creates. Additionally, connecting in with those high vibrational support systems can also help reground us so we don't feel so alone. The Emperor, the fourth card in the Major Arcana, is all about that routine, that structure that brings stability into our lives. To help with some of that instability that we're feeling, remembering our routine and trying to stick to that routine that brought us stability, that we used every day without even thinking. That familiarity will help reconnect us from what we've lost. It may not replace it fully. We'll have that sense of familiarity in our day that will help bring us that structure. Scheduling in those pieces, getting up, getting dressed, making our bed, having breakfast. That stability that we're going to create in our lives, in our everyday, will help with that foundation for building off on our spiritual aspect. It will also help with that groundedness and our physical day. Now we do have double fives. We have the fifth card in the Pentacle suit. Archangel Uriel is the fifth card in the Oracle deck. Now in angel messages, when you have that multiple five, the angels are telling you a positive change is coming your way, and you need to stay connected in and stay true to your course. Very much so when it comes to that inner work. We also have another angel message that is a little bit less overt. We have the fourth card, the fifth card, and the sixth card. That 4, 5, 6. We're starting to see little steps, little pieces and progression can start to see a bit of a shift. You'll start to see movement in your situation. Big changes and shifts don't always last. They're hard to sustain and really hard to maintain. However, little, very mindful and very strategic steps are easier to maintain. They're easier to adjust to. And that adjustment is what we're looking at. So let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my Fluorite friends face for the week of April 5th through the 11th? The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is that quintessential trying to get away with too much card. The Seven of Swords talks about really puffing ourselves up and pulling the wool over someone's eyes. And that wool is our own eyes. This is a week of self-reflection. It will help us understand where we're coming from so that we're able to embrace and amplify those positive aspects in our lives, those pieces that bring us joy and fulfillment. Our challenge is that our ego is going to try and inflate and misdirect some of this inner work. That's why Archangel Uriel is so important. And that's why it's really critical that we use that critical thinking skills so that we can start to cut away some of this fluff and puff. We need to get to the heart of the matter so that we can see and understand who we are, and like I said, better incorporate those positive pieces in our lives, really embracing them. Let's go into some blessings. What blessing can my Fluorite friends embrace for the beginning of the week? seek enlightenment. We have support as we're doing this process, as we are seeking advancement, as we're working on ourselves, and we're working on this journey and understanding what it is we signed up for. We can seek and ask for support. Help us with this journey. Archangel Uriel is putting himself out there and asking you to call on him. They can't step in without our request. So when we seek that enlightenment, putting it out there and asking for the support we need will help us dive deeper into this enlightenment, dive deeper into our journey, giving us a more of an understanding for the questions that we're trying to answer, what we're trying to find out. What about the middle of the week? What blessing can my Fluorite friends embrace for the middle of the week? Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is the archangel that is helping us to love us for ourselves, helps heal and work on that self-love. Like I said earlier in the video, I worked with Archangel Chamuel earlier in the week in a meditation. He too is putting himself out there to ask you to call on him, to invite him into this process so that he can work with Archangel Uriel and any of those high vibrational beings that are going to aid and support you on your journey. And then finally, the end of the week. What blessing can my Fluorite friends embrace for the end of the week? Let it go. There's a lot of things that we need to let go over the next week, the next month, the next year. It's a work in progress. As we let go of one aspect, different pieces come to light. This is part of our journey. This is part of our learning, is to be able to release and heal different aspects of our lifetime in this journey, past lifetimes, and past traumas that our family is carrying, that generational trauma. This is Archangel Zedekiel, and he is here too, and putting himself on the table as another archangel. Now you don't have to remember all these angels. All you have to do is ask for those high vibrational beings that are going to be for your greater and highest good to come forward and support you in this piece. You will get the archangels, the angels, and whatever other high vibrational beings that are for your greatest good to help you on this journey. We're going to end off on any further insight and guidance that we can offer my Fluorite friends for the week of April 5th through the 11th. The Three of Cups. This card talks about that support system, that community that is there for you to help you overcome some of these challenges. With social distancing, I admit that connection is a bit challenged. We feel it in the Five of Pentacles there. Finding unique and creative ways to connect in and find that support, whether it be through text, phone, social media. We have more ability to connect in with individuals all over the world and seek the support we need. Again, we have to ask though. People are really wrapped up in what's happening in their world and globally what's happening. So making sure that you use your words and ask for the help you need, connect in, and really seek that support and seek out what support you can provide others. The Seven of Wands. Sevens are a challenge number, however, they're usually victorious. Now, the Seven of Wands talks about not backing down, no matter what that challenge is, using our passions, our courage and determination to overcome whatever is in front of us, whatever that challenge may be. And let's be honest, we've got a lot of challenges this week. We've got a lot of personal challenges, but global challenges. That courage, that determination to not back down will go a long way. That human spirit cannot be denied. We need to tap into it, harness it, and use it to our advantage. Now we do have double sevens. We've got the wands and the swords. In angel messages, when you've got that double seven, the angels are telling you you're on the right track. Keep up. Don't give in. And that's definitely what the Seven of Wands is telling you. And then finally, the Page of Swords. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy. Swords, that truth and knowledge. There is a lot of knowledge that's going to be thrown around this week for you. The important piece is taking what is relevant for you and your situation and using it to your advantage. Pages are that childlike, inquisitive energy. So yes, be open to these new opportunities. Be open to the information. Use your past experiences, that courage and determination, your support system to help determine what is important and information that you may just need to hold on to, or information that doesn't belong to you and doesn't relate to your journey, and release it. Like I said before, we need to use that critical thinking skills to overcome these challenges that we're facing. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week is going to hold for you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There's a lot more content coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of the amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. That way you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Sodalite friends. This reading is especially for you. Like always, I have the full 78 cards in the tarot deck and a full oracle deck so that you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Alright, my Sodalite friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. What can my Sodalite friends expect from the week of April 5th through the 11th? Cherish innocence. We need to have a little bit more fun reconnecting into that inner child and letting them out to have a bit of playtime. Things are really bogging us down, we're feeling really overwhelmed, and we're not able to see those amazing, miraculous points, gifts, and blessings that are occurring all around us. Slowing down and enjoying our time and our situation and what it's offering us. Looking at that brighter, lighter side of life rather than those fears and that heartache. With it, step into the light. What's happening in the world around us is needed to happen. We need to focus in on our journey and how we can use this information to help support our journey and our path. It's really important that we start to own our skills and abilities and incorporate them more fully into what it is we're trying to achieve in a day and bring forward that fulfillment. When we step into our power, we raise our vibration, creating more abundance, plus our manifestation skills raise because our vibrations are higher. We know what we can do, we trust our abilities, we trust those high vibrational beings and the universe and their mysterious ways in which they work. All right, let's get into this week a bit more. What does the beginning of the week bring my Sodalite friends? The Hermit. He's the 9th card in the Major Arcana, and he talks about going inwards. Part of stepping into our light is understanding our abilities, our skills, our gifts. The Hermit's going to really encourage and nurture that inner exploration and understanding what it is we can do. Getting back to what we could do as kids, what we saw, what we understood. Incorporating that and embracing that energy will go a long way in stepping into our light and really understanding what it is we're capable of. Now with the Hermit, jump the 10 of Swords. Very clear understanding that what we used to do as kids is a little bit different than what we can do now. We're carrying a lot more burdens, a lot more sorrow and heartache. It's really important to ensure that we're not allowing these past experiences to get in our way of understanding what it is we can do, what we should be doing. As we go through our path and as we start to step into our light more fully and embracing and incorporating that energy, we're going to be able to start to heal and remove some of these swords. Really taking out that bite of those past experiences, those past pieces that are causing us that fear, that heartache. Acknowledging them should they come up in your self-exploration. However, not letting them slow you down, not letting them sidetrack you, because let's be honest, our ego likes to sidetrack us. In understanding what it is we could do and how it's evolved. Because these past experiences and these past situations will play a role in its evolution. Who we are right now really determines what skills and abilities we are focusing in on. It's really important, especially this week, to explore all those skills, all those abilities, reflecting on them, looking into them. And then allowing yourself that energy and time to nurture those skills and abilities, those pieces that are really going to help us step into our light and really step into our power. Giving those skills and ability, nurture, love, and that time to allow them to grow. They're going to help you overcome some of these challenges and give you more tools to be able to access as you overcome and face different challenges. What does the middle of the week bring my Sodalite friends? The Queen of Cups. She's one of the most intuitive cards in the deck. That Queen is here to support you in that connection in to your intuition and your clairs, and more importantly, to your intuitional creativity. It's really important that we're able to express ourselves and allow that energy to flow. No matter how you create, whether it be through an artistic lens, a critical lens, an academic lens, however it is you create, embracing it and really nurturing and focusing in on that in the middle of the week. The beginning part of the week, we're looking at reflection. The middle, we're starting to look at expressing and working on some of these skills, some of these abilities. The creation and creative lens helps us to really bring forward and incorporate these skills and abilities that the Hermit's going to help us kind of rediscover, if you will. What about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring? My Sodalite friends. Oh, wow. I love this rendition of the sun. The sun is the 19th card in the Major Arcana. It's that light, that love, and that universal, unconditional loving energy. Really brightens up and gives direction to the Hermit, because those dark, deep places aren't so dark. They're not so deep. Brings that love literally galloping into your life. Helps you to see clearly some of the path that we need to take and how we can sidestep some of these stumbles that may come up along the way. It's a fantastic card to really embrace, especially in the end of the week, as we are looking at that time of implementation and incorporation. It helps us to really nurture and spend that time for self and allow it to radiate to others. What a fantastic card to end the week on. So let's look at some blessings. What blessing can my Sodalite friends embrace for the beginning of the week? Be discerning. You need to make some choices. What's going to work? How are things going to be implemented in your life? What things have you tried and they haven't turned out the way you wanted? What can you learn from those situations, and what can you take and move forward with? Making some critical choices, using those critical thinking skills, especially in the beginning part of the week as you're walking hand in hand with the Hermit and doing that reflection. What about the middle of the week? What blessing can my Sodalite friends embrace for the middle of the week? Be tolerant. We like to self-judge and be critical of past experiences, things that we think should work that aren't working so well. We're very critical of self. Being tolerant with what's happening for you in the here and now, your space in your journey, how you're connecting into these past skills and abilities, how you're stepping into the light. Be compassionate and tolerant with yourself. Wherever it is you think you need to be, you'll get there. I just don't know how long it's going to take. And the more you are critical of yourself, and the more you allow that negative self-talk to occur, the longer it will take. Be tolerant and embrace where you're at. This is exactly where you need to be. Enjoy it. Get the most out of it. Because when we get the most of where we're supposed to be, that's when we let that light and love come shining through. What about the end of the week? What blessing can my Sodalite friends embrace at the end of the week? Seek enlightenment. We cannot be passive bystanders in our lives. We need to be engaged and active in what it is we're doing. When we're present and participating in our life, that's when we find that fulfillment, we find more joy. When we let things pass us by, time pass us by, that's when we start to see that negative self-talk come in. Seeking that enlightenment, engaging in the everyday, will help to embrace what the day and the weeks bring us. When we seek and are participating in, we can start to ask for the help we need. Remember, high vibrational beings can't just step in. We have to ask them. So again, being present, asking for what support we need, asking for that help, and really engaging in what your life is offering you. All right, we're going to end off on any further support and wisdom that we can share with my Sodalite friends. The King of Wands. Kings are that fully developed personality. The wand, that passion. That passion and creativity. Now the creativity that the King of Wands talks about is a little bit different than the creativity that the Queen of Cups talks about. Where the Queen is intuitional, the King is passion-centered. It's literally the yin and yang of your creativity. We need that divine masculine and divine feminine to create. We need to incorporate both that passion and intuition into what we're doing this week. If we're not in that heart center, what we create is going to lack that meaning, and we're not going to gain that fulfillment that we're looking for. Then we had the Seven of Cups. Sevens are a bit of a challenge number. However, they are usually victorious. 7 is a lucky number. The Seven of Cups is that 7 deadly sins card. It talks about that illusion and uncertainty that is going on in our lives right now. We have to cut through this uncertainty. We need to cut through that uncertainty with our passion and our intuition. Through creative means, we're going to be able to start to see our path a lot fuller. Things are going to start to be more bright, more inviting, especially as we embrace that unconditional loving energy. Things are going to become very predominant to us. That's where we need to send our energy. Whether or not it makes sense to you right now, when you have things that are calling out to you, check into them, connect into it. We've got to be active participants. So engaging in what is being presented to you. Seek the support that we need. Asking those high vibrational beings to really illuminate those aspects, those abilities that you need to focus in on, so that you are able to fully see that bigger picture. And when I say bigger picture, it's really a microscopic, tiny, minuscule version of what the universe sees. But we'll have a better understanding of where it is we need to go. And then finally, the Knight of Wands. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. Again, that wand is that courage, that determination, that fire within us. The Knight of Wands talks about that courage and determination to face these challenges. We're going to have them. And it's in those challenges that we're going to gain the knowledge and direction we need to persevere in. The Knight gives us that movement forward. And it's in that movement forward that we're going to be able to step into the light. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found it helpful and fun, and that you found direction and insight into what the week is going to offer you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends.